Hello! So today I'm going to be reviewing The Rabbit Hutch by Tess Gunty. Winner of the National Book Award in 2022, this book has been sat on my shelf for quite some time. It's been liked by many reviewers that I really admire, and I have absolutely no idea why it has taken me so long to pick up. It's been compared to Ohio by Stephen Markley, and whilst I found Ohio resonated with me so much more than this book, the comparison is a good one. There's a lot to enjoy in this novel, as it is structurally very playful, it is shocking, it is sad, and it is very, very funny at times. Based around themes of longing, loneliness, and freedom, this novel is set in a rundown housing complex in Indiana, and we follow a variety of characters. To name a few, there's an online obituary writer, a young mother with a dark secret, and a woman waging a solo campaign against rodents. But the meat of this novel is based around a character called Blondine. Ethereally beautiful and formidably intelligent, Blondine shares her apartment with 3 teenage boys who she neither likes nor really understands. However, that being said, all 3 of her housemates, just like her, grew up in the foster care system, a system that seemed to fail them, and now they are just together trying to search for meaning in their lives. The whole novel is set across one sweltering week in July and culminates in an act of violence that will change everything. The novel is packed with very indulgent writing, which you will either love or you won't, but it does work for the style of this novel. And the novel also seems to go off on these massive tangents, these sort of playful and interesting changes in form. And yeah, these big tangents, I think, as a reader, you either love them or you hate them. But I will say, for the most part, most of them I think worked really nicely with this one. The Rabbit Hutch is a snapshot of contemporary America with lots and lots in it to enjoy, but it isn't without its faults. So jumping off the back of that, let's talk about what I liked and what I didn't like. What I liked. I really liked its playful structuring and the way that it shifts in form. It kept me constantly intrigued and constantly turning the page. The writing is very indulgent, but I just loved it. I thought it balanced beautifully well against the characters and the structure and the story being told. I like that it's a character-driven novel about damaged or broken people without ever falling too much into the whole poor me, look at how hard I have it sort of genre. I feel like it's balanced well in that regard, and I also really liked how Indiana as a place, as a location, seems to reflect really well against the characters within it. And finally, I just loved how well tonally balanced this novel was. It is shocking, it is intriguing, it is funny, it is sad, it is heartbreaking, all in kind of equal measure. And across its shifts in style and structure and its various characters, I felt like this kind of balancing act was tuned beautifully. What didn't I like? Some storylines, plot threads, characters, they're not given as much time as others, and overall I felt like I wanted a little bit more resolution from the tangents that were taken. Now maybe I did miss something, but there was a couple of the sort of stories and characters that just felt kind of thrown in. They're good tangents, I enjoyed the tangent, but the tangent didn't feel like it sort of cohesively or thematically matched with the rest of the novel, or really matched with the kind of themes of what the novel was trying to say. Again, I may have just missed something. There might be something metaphorically in there that some of these sort of side stories are adding towards, and if that is the case, please let me know in comments below. I won't go into too much detail because I don't want to spoil, but yeah, there was just a couple of moments in there where I felt like I really enjoyed that, but what is it bringing to this novel? And my next dislike, and I think this is my biggest dislike to be honest, is that our sort of lead character, not that there is a lead character in this novel, but Blondine, which this novel seems to evolve around, she was just a little bit too stereotypical manic pixie dream girl-esque for my liking. Like, even her flaws seemed quirky. And I don't know why, but I enjoyed her as a character. But because of this, because of sort of like how perfect she seemed, even in her flaws, or at least that's my readership of it, in this sort of like, look at this mysterious pixie dream girl sort of thing. I don't know, I just feel like that trope, that style of character feels very old now. And whenever I'm reading a character like it, I just feel a bit distanced. I couldn't really emotionally connect to Blondine at all. I found her interesting, as I said, I found her quirky, and I really enjoyed all of her stories and all of her sections. I thought there was lots to really kind of sink your teeth into, and lots of shocking moments as well. So I really did enjoy her sections in the book and her as a character, but there is something about the way that she was written, the way that she's been sort of painted and brought to life, that did feel a bit too, yeah, you know, your typical manic pixie dream girl sort of thing. And because of that, yeah, I just felt a bit distanced emotionally because she didn't feel real. And finally, the ending of this book felt a little bit anticlimactic. There is absolutely nothing wrong with the ending of this book. It's a good ending. But with the way it's structured, now if you've read this book or you start reading it, you'll get what I mean, but with the way this book has been structured, it felt like it was leading to some sort of like reveal, some sort of revelation maybe, a bit more than what we were given. Nothing wrong with the ending, I just expected more. Overall, I really enjoyed this book. I thought it was very good, and I'm going to give it 3.5 stars out of 5. There is some absolutely fantastic writing within this novel, and I really enjoyed its playfulness at times. However, it didn't emotionally grab me as much as I wanted a book of this style to grab me. I do think it's deserving of its National Book Award, and I would recommend it. I enjoyed it to the point in which I will definitely be reading Tess Gunty's next book. So there you go, that's my very quick thoughts and feelings on The Rabbit Hutch by Tess Gunty. Have you read this book? And if so, what did you think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Please let me know in the comments below. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying whatever you might be reading, and I'll see you all on the next one. Bye.